Welcome to Alien Invasion Gaming. My name is Roy, and in this video we take a look at some tips for Cyberpunk 2077. Let's get started. Alright, my first two tips. First tip, don't spend attribute points, save them up. When you get presented with a dialogue choice or a door or a container or an access point that requires a specific attribute level, then spend them then. You don't need to spend them in order to make progress in this game. Second tip is, there are basically 3 perks that you should get immediately. The first 2 under body are under athletics. You should pick up regeneration for some slow regeneration in combat. And then Pack Mule gives you an additional 60 pounds in order to hold more items. The more that you can hold, the less inventory management you need to do. So those 2 for sure. The third of the sort of holy trinity for me of perks is under Cold Blood, under Cool, and that's the Cold Blood perk itself. It's passive. The perk itself isn't that impressive, but it actually allows you to build up skill progression in the Cold-Blooded tree, and it gives you, the first unlock is 10% crit chance increment, then there's a 3% armor increase, and then 2 perk points. So definitely recommend, even if you're not a stealthy character, drop a point in Cold Blood. That will definitely help generate some additional capabilities for you as you go through Cyberpunk 2077. Okay, tip number 3. Before you focus on the main story, I would do at least some, if not all, of the side jobs and NCPD jobs available in your starting zone. They generate eddies, they generate experience, so you're going to get more attribute points. They're going to generate perks because you're killing more things, especially if you do using the cold-blooded passive that I talked about in tip number 2. And so really recommend that you do as much of that as possible before you start working on the main mission. If you just want to do the main mission, that's fine, but from a maximizing your playthrough, do the side jobs. Really recommend it. Alright, tip number 4. If you are doing any crafting in this game, you are going to need a bunch of materials, and you should start getting those materials as soon as possible in the game. Don't be hoping to get a bunch of them out of containers. You do get some, but the majority of the components that you're going to get are going to be out of the weapons and the clothing that you disassemble, and you should be doing that instead of selling your weapons. Now, if you're not going to do any crafting in this game, then obviously I would suggest that you sell the items, because that'll give you eddies that you can put towards whatever you're trying to do. Maybe you're going to buy a bunch of cars, whatever. But if you're doing any crafting, disassemble everything. Also, you'll notice, like, for example, I have this power shotgun that is an upgrade DPS for me, but it requires me to have body 6, and my current playstyle is I'm not going to have body 6. I'm just not planning to invest in body and athletics. Reflexes. So, disassemble it, and get the mats back, and use them for some future build. Alright, tip 5. If you want to make a lot of money in this game, you need to invest in some breaching. So, if you take a look at your character under intelligence, under the breach protocol, there is a passive called advanced data mine. You want to throw 2 perks into this. Basically, it's going to double the amount of money that you're going to get out of access point breaches. And what you're going to want to do is these breaches are all over the place. You can often find them on antennas. They've got this little red symbol up here on the minimap. You should be able to see it. And basically, you're going to breach in, and there's a mini game that's going to allow you to unlock various amounts of money. There are basically 3 tiers of rewards. Data Mine version 3 gives you the most, and basically you are going to need to do the mini game here in order to unlock these items. Now, these are all random sequences, and so I actually be really lucked out here is that you can see there's a lot of commonality between these 3 sequences, so I should be able to unlock all 3. Now, you see this buffer up here, I have 7 slots. That's because I'm using a deck that has 7 buffer slots. When you start out the game, it only has 4, but you can still get Data Mine version 3 very reliably with 4 buffer slots. Sometimes you can even get 2 of them if there is a lot of overlap in the sequence for these items. So, basically we're going to do, let's see, I need 55 BD, BD. Alright, fine. So, let's do this, 55 BD, BD. There, I got all 3, and you're going to see over here that I'm going to get a ton of money when I do an exit. So basically, I picked up 1,200 eddies and a bunch of quick hack components. So These access points are all over the city. You need to just go in there. It's like a 30-second mini game. Get in there, get your eddies, get going. It really adds up. Okay, my sixth and last tip is whenever possible, do non-lethal takedowns. Here, I'm going to do a non-lethal takedown on this. Now you'll notice that I got 120 street cred points for that. Also got some experience points, but that's not the point. The point is I got 120 street cred by taking him out. If I now kill him, I get another 120 street cred. And so street cred will very easily level up. You can see that right now on this save, I'm at 33. I actually think I got to 35. We've gotten as far as 35. And the point is that the larger your street cred, the more opportunities for side jobs and other activities are. And the max is 50, by the way. 50 is the max for street cred. So by doing a non-lethal takedown and then killing them, you basically get double the street cred. I don't know if this is a bug. I don't know if it'll be fixed in a future patch. But right now, on the early days of Cyberpunk, it's a great way to level up your street cred. You can notice that my street cred's like 2.5 times what my level is. And it just opens up so many more opportunities for you as you play the game. So whenever possible, do non-lethal takedowns and then kill them. All right, that's my last tip for this video. That's it for this video. I hope you're enjoying Cyberpunk 2077 as much as I am. Yes, I know it's not perfect, but honestly, CD Projekt Red's done a really good job with it, and I'm really enjoying it. So if you have any questions on the tips that I had, or perhaps you have any of your own tips, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. Also in the description, I link my Twitch and Discord channels, as well as Twitter, in case you want to reach out and ask me any questions in any of those forums. That's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.